Sometimes when you bring in a imported model, STL in this version, you want to be able to get it positioned over the coordinate system. So as you can see, we're sort of quite a way off here, and being mesh model, it's not easy to just sort of pick it up and position it and whatever. So if we use some of our reverse engineering tools, I'm going to sort of manually paint over this area here, not going too close to the rounds, and if I just zoom in so that I'm not picking those up on here, it gives me the chance of going through and creating or defining an area that we want to place a surface on. So once I've done that, if I go to the fit command, make sure that we've got plane and pick this up and accept it, you can see that we've got a plane sitting on there now. And if I come down in here, you can see that we've got this plane created here, and I can hide my mesh body. So this is sort of given a sort of equal distance either side. So I'm just going to roughly get it to position it. So if we go into the sketching commands, I can sort of come in on here. I can sort of lock to that plane with the F3, and then just add in a line here to position a coordinate system around. So we can create a coordinate system, and I can set it right on top of that midpoint, like so. Later on, I'm going to also want to position this. I'm going to have to rotate it, so it'll be handy to have a line. Just turn off that lock plane here, lock it to this one now. I'm just going to create a line in here so that I can have a snap point on there. So if we zoom in on here now, go back and show our mesh body. What I want to do is do a fence selection of all of this, and as you can see, the steering wheel comes sort of way out in space. So to start off with, I'm just going to sit it on an edge here. As you can see, it's sort of nicely aligned, but our coordinate system is in here. So if I click on the center control, hold the Alt key down, it should hopefully position itself in here. But you know, as we've said, we want to sort of align this so that it's picking up off here, and then I can do the same at the top here. So I can take this point and align it to here. So we've now got it positioned nice and square. So if we zoom out, find our main coordinate system, we can just use the steering wheel to sort of position this down over the main coordinate system. And then if we bring it out this way, making sure we pick up on the right thing. So we've now got it sort of aligned over the top of the main coordinate system. So if we hold the shift key down and click on the steering wheel here, if if we look at our right hand view, you can see that we're sort of well off the angle that we want it to be. So I can just go and do a rotation and didn't put that in the right plane. But what we're aiming for is bringing that square like so. If I had done it the other way, then I could have aligned with that. So having the line down here, I could have just snapped to the endpoint of that and got it square. Likewise this way. So if we take a fed selection on there, okay, so once we get it aligned, we can see that we're sort of off there. So shift click on the plane here, and then what we can do is we can do a rotate, and that just squares it up so that we're now sort of in alignment with where we need to be. Let's turn that off. So some other things that you can do to sort of help you generate this, we could sort of create some more planes to work with. But under the surfacing command, you've also got the live section. Now that we've got it positioned a bit better, we can just create it on those principal reference planes and get the right sort of planes in here, sort of position it where you want it to be, where it's going to give you the most benefit. This is sort of showing you that shape there, so we can accept that one, and then we can go and create a final one and maybe just sort of move it with the steering wheel down somewhere in here. Obviously you can create them where else you need to, so maybe one covering this sort of profile. So we go back to our live section again, choose our plane, and this is where it's important to sort of square it up, and we want to get that profile there. So then if you hide your mesh body, you can see that we've got sort of the bones of where our geometry has got to fit. So hopefully this just gives an indication of how you can use the tools in Solid Edge to sort of start building your model from.